Good morning, guys. The race season starts, the crit racing season starts in about a month. It's time to get back into training properly now. I'm just going out a really easy 2-hour ride today. It's cold, but it's dry, but it doesn't matter that it's cold. Soon get moving and warm up. So let's do this. Good to be back out on the bike. I don't know how much you can hear, it might be a bit windy. But just heading home now. When I get back in, have a shower, have something to eat. Then I'm meeting a couple of friends later on for a quick catch up. But it's a lovely day. Lovely. Okay guys, I am just heading out to meet some friends this evening. Probably a couple of hours, just have something to eat. I think we get this place that we're going to does really nice steak and jacket potatoes, very reasonably priced as well. So that was a good little training ride this morning. I've got a bit of work to do to get back in shape, but it's not difficult, to be honest. It's easy. There's no skill in being fit. It's about repetition. Doing something again and again and again and again, and you will get fit. It's that easy. So I've got a book with me that I'm giving to a friend. Cryptocurrency. It's all the rage at the moment, isn't it? Bitcoin and Ethereum and Litecoin, and it's very interesting. But I've got a little bit, but only a tiny bit. But it's interesting, you know. It's a very famous saying, and that is, the most valuable commodity on this planet is information. And it's true, it really is. So I'm just giving this little book to a friend of mine. Right guys, let's go and have something to eat, hey? Have something to eat. I'm hungry. Right, I've made it in. The guy should be here somewhere. Here's the man, here's the man. Okay guys, that was a lovely evening. Had a quick drink, non-alcoholic. Had a nice steak and jacket potato. It was good. So I'm gonna go home, it's Sunday night. I'm gonna go home and get ready for tomorrow, for the week ahead of me. I've got a good week. I'm in a school again tomorrow, pretty much all day and all evening. In fact, actually, in the evening, they're opening it up to all the parents, so I'm excited about that. Should be good. But I thought I'm just walking back to the car now. Someone asked me the other day about, you know, rowing across the Atlantic, and how did I get my mind sort of into accepting that I was going to be out there for so long, and how did my mind cope with trying to row 3,000 miles, which was actually a really good question. And so I wanted to talk to you a little bit about goal setting. So I had a goal, and that was to 8 years ago, there you go, 8 years ago, I was out in the Atlantic. It took me a long time to row across. My first goal, so the large goal was to row across the Atlantic, but the first goal was just to get to the start line. In my own mind, if I got to the start line, I was a winner. It takes a lot of effort just to make these things happen. Then my second goal was actually just to survive 3 days. Someone said to me, the person had a lot of credibility as well. They said, look, if you can survive 3 days at sea, you can survive 3 months. That person was 100% correct. The hardest part about any large goal is the first few days. That first commitment. It's taking that step and telling people you're going to do it, and doing it. So for me, being out in the Atlantic for the first couple of days was the hardest part. You know, a little bit of seasickness might set in, the reality of what you're trying to do and just how big this project is really sinks in, and you kind of sometimes start looking for excuses. You look for a way out. The humans do that, that's just normal. But then it was strange. After I got past the 3-day barrier, I went on to a week, and then I went on to 2 weeks, and then my goal was just to get to the halfway point. I knew if I could get to the halfway point, I was closer to where I want to be than where I left. The currents get stronger as closer you get to the Caribbean, and all of a sudden in my head it became real. I could grasp the fact of actually doing it. And so basically I had this large goal to row across the Atlantic, but it was broken into mini goals, and without those mini goals, that sort of that roadmap to the bigger goal, you'll never achieve a big goal. So set big goals, but you have to break them down. If you do not break them down, you will very quickly get disheartened and you'll lose sight of what you're working on. Now it's February the 3rd, I think, today, or even the 4th, I've lost track. So that just goes to show, I don't even know what date it is, it's either the 3rd or the 4th. That just goes to show how quickly time is going. Doesn't seem that long ago it was Christmas. January, the first month of 2018 is gone. You will never get that back, ever. And so time goes so quick. So guys, yeah, just those goals, you've got to break them down. And yeah, that's why I was talking about the date and stuff. Most people who've set their goals and their New Year's resolutions are probably not going to be going so well now. It's, you know, 6 weeks, 5, 6, you know, best part of 5 weeks has passed since the new year came in. Most people won't even be, you know, on track anymore. But don't get disheartened. The likelihood is that you've set a big goal. You know, I want to lose 20 or 30 kilos, which is very doable. I'm just using this as an example. That could be someone's goal, you know, and they've dropped a couple of kilos and they've got disheartened. You've got to break these things down. If you do not break things down into manageable bite-sized chunks, you will never achieve anything. That is the only way to achieve a big goal, is to break it down. And I was chatting, the reason why I wanted to talk about this is because it was something that came up in conversation the other day. So that's all. So to summarize all that, you must break those big goals down into little ones. You do that and you will, and you see the feeling that you get when you hit that goal, that will motivate you and spur you on to the next one, and it works. It really does work. Anyway guys, it's time to get in the car and it's time to drive home. Sunday night, and I am looking forward to Monday. I can't wait for Monday. How many people get to say that? But you will be able to say that. Find out what it is that you want to do, go and do it, and before you know it, you will love Sunday nights because you will be looking forward to tomorrow. Trust me guys. Right, see you later.